Quiet, you putty peasant. I'm about to shoot a scene. Places, everybody. Action. Camera. Wait a minute. What's that big hole in front of my camera?
Why, Mr. Noodleberger, that's the Grand Canyon.
Fill it up. My script calls for level ground.
Well, howdy out there in the potosphere. This is Ed Ovett with a very special edition of Mr. Ed's two-song spotlight presentation. You're going to be glad you listened today. A very talented indie blues musician is with us. In fact, he's known as Doctor of the Blues. Some of you music podcasters from the early days of podcasting will know I'm speaking of none other than Marshall Lawrence. Maple Blues Award nominee and Canadian Independent Music Award nominee, Marshall Lawrence, Doctor of the Blues, is a true prairie bluesman. Marshall performs acid blues and roots. His music has been described as Delta-style blues roots with a raw edge and an acid twist. Marshall Lawrence, Doctor of the Blues, can be found at drblues.com. Read more, learn more over at his site, and consider buying some tracks in the iTunes store, as there is a link for that at his website. At the end of today's episode, you can watch a YouTube video by Marshall Lawrence, so be sure and listen to the show from the homepage, shoutomatic.com/Ed-Ovett. Okay, moving on now. My thanks to Jersey Joe for bringing my attention to this next band, Assembly of Dust, and their track, All That I Am Now, featuring Richie Havens. Of course, we lost Richie Havens just the other day, one of my favorite folk singer-songwriters of the 60s, and also the inspiration for my first podcast's title, Ed's Mixed Bag. Rest in peace, Richie. Anyway, at their website it says, as a child I can remember locking myself in my room with a big old set of headphones and listening to the band's music from Big Pink album over and over again, unquote, said Reed Genauer. That's the lead singer and founder of the New York-based quintet Assembly of Dust. Quote, besides loving the hell out of the music, I was intrigued with the production value in the recordings. As I listened, I felt almost like I was there in the room with the band at a moment of perfection. That intimate listening experience drew me in and is what inspired me to be a musician, unquote. Pay him a visit at aodust.com and leave off the W's. For those new to the show, you can leave comments at facebook.com/EdOvett or send tweets to @EdOvett. Otherwise, you can also leave a voicemail to area code 561-210-7590. Keep it clean and brief, and possibly I'll play it on the next episode. Time for the tunes in the spotlight. First, it's the Doctor of the Blues, Marshall Lawrence, and a very catchy tune called If I Had a Nickel. And then it's All That I Am Now, featuring Richie Havens by Assembly of Dust. Get in touch. Tell a friend you're listening to Mr. Ed's two-song spotlight presentation. Word of mouth is very much appreciated. Hey, do you know how to talk backwards?
Dude, you the new vice president.
If I had a nickel for every time you threw me out, if I had a nickel for every time you threw me out, I'd be so rich I wouldn't need your loving no more. When I start drinking, I stay out all night long. When I start drinking, honey, I know I do you wrong. My begins to roam. I'm sorry, darling, like 100 times before. I'm sorry, baby, like 100 times before. I'll be a good man, please let me through your door. Please forgive me, I won't dog you down no more. Please forgive me, I won't dog you down no more. I'll be a good man, please let me through your door. If I had a nickel for every time you threw me out, if I had a nickel for every time you threw me out, I'd be so rich I wouldn't need your loving no more.
And now, here's tune number 2 in the spotlight on Mr. Ed's 2-song spotlight presentation.
in a dusty Wow, that's really awesome.
Well, I guess that's it for today's show.
Goodbye, goodbye.